Tonight you're tuning in to Look Monoscript, an improvised alternative story based on the pulps of yesteryear. Tonight's story is The Glass Key, where we meet Paul Madvig, a cheerfully corrupt ward healer who aspired to something better, the daughter of Senator Ralph Bancroft Henry, the heiress to a dynasty of political purebreds. Did he want her badly enough to commit murder? That story is happening, but so is this one.
So anyway, I was out and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna kill the girl and then set up Paul Madvig. He's never gonna know.
Oh, how'd you set him up this time? I remember all your past little things get him in all this little trouble.
Oh, I've been setting this guy up for years. Since we were back in kindergarten, I tripped the teacher one time and she was like, "Senator, you can't be tripping me." And I was like, oh no, it was him. And
you were like, it's Paulie over there.
Yeah. And she totally believed it and gave him detention. And I was like, oh, this is great. And so, I slightly escalated it. And the next week, I cut his mother's brakes on her car, sent it right into a tree, killed her.
Oh, she died.
Oh, yes. The tree. Oof. Woo. Yeah. And
the tree's still there. Her, though, obliterated.
Yeah.
The car is just, it's a mess.
Yeah. I don't know how that tree was stronger than the car, but it was.
It's incredible. It was made of granite.
Yeah.
Incredible tree.
And I couldn't necessarily pin it on him that time because he was a child, and of course so was I. But I did set up his father and had his father sent to prison.
Oh, and he died in prison immediately.
Oh, yes. I set him up with a thing, and that also was not good.
Well, it was so easy because the father worked with textiles, so he had all these scissors and stuff around the home, and you're just like, look, he has the cutting stuff, the shears and gardening and stuff. It's crazy. Just the easiest mark of all time. I can't believe Paul, of all people, throughout all the crazy stuff you've put him through, is still running for this political position.
Yeah.
But he has no family left or anything, and yet he still has the will to move on and try to date this young Bancroft Henry girl.
I know. He has the nerve to try and date my daughter. I can't believe it.
So, who did you murder? What's going on? You didn't kill your own daughter, right?
Oh no, I did. It was purely for the meme.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's your own blood, though. Your flesh. Your sperm.
It was terrible.
Wow. How did you do it? And then B, how did you frame him? Because he was in Jamaica and you still killed her in LA and the two things totally didn't work. In my brain I was reading the story and I was like, he's going to jail for this. He's in a different country. I guess he could have been fleeing the country, and so I worked my way back to you in this party and now what's going on with the
Well, Governor Ralph Macchio, I do want to make sure real quick. I know we've known each other for years, but you're asking a lot of questions. I want to make sure you're not a cop, are you?
Oh, yeah, no wire. Look.
Okay.
Nothing here. Just look. Here's my two shiny ring nipples. Just look. There's no radio signals coming out of anywhere. I don't know where else we would put a wire,
You're right, and especially with the nipple rings, that's an electrical problem just waiting to happen.
It would hurt so much if the wires, the red, blue, I don't know. I'd assume current would just immediately run through them and shock my whole heart to death.
Oh, absolutely. But yes, so thank you for showing me those. And I start every one of my stories with making sure you're not a cop. That's just how I am.
And I start all of my questioning of just my friends and confidants with showing my nipples. So, really it works both ways.
Well, it's kind of like an emotional thing. I get in there and I'm like, boop, boop, and, it just kind of it soothes me before a story.
It's a good time. It's really, and I'm expecting it. So you getting this far into the story and not doing it already, I was kind of like, well, I hope he kind of gets back on that sort of thing. But
I'm glad you called. Yeah. So anyway, basically what I did was my daughter was asleep and I released 4 alligators into her room. And of course, as we all know, Paul Madvig, like, he is a famous alligator wrestler. And so, of course, the police, the police would see these alligators and be like, obviously, it's Paul Madvig. He's the only one with alligators in town.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, I released them in there, closed the door. I before I put my daughter to sleep. She's 24, but I still tuck her in. It's important for a father, and I put her. Yeah, I put her little nightcap on her, and there was a ham in that nightcap.
Oh.
Yes.
See, I do that for my daughters, and sometimes I have a hungry daughter, and she'll eat the ham in the night. But other daughters, they leave it on as sort of the exfoliating grease of the ham there, sort of. It's a twofer.
Yeah. Well, see, Governor Ralph Macchio, you're a responsible father for giving your daughter her sleeping ham, but...
It's a sleeping ham.
Yeah. But mine was purely a murder ham.
I see. Yes. Maybe 2 slices if you were really trying to amp those alligators up.
Oh, yes. So the alligators went to town, and of course, I had Paul Madvig come over and wake up my daughter, and he stepped into the room. Bing, bang, boom. There was already cops there. They pieced it all together. He's arrested.
Yeah. And her head was completely gone.
Oh, yes.
The alligators went for the ham first, obviously.
That was kind of the hope. Where there once was a nightcap, there then was an alligator.
Yes. Wow. How were the cops already inside the room? Did they sort of bust through the windows, the skylight? How did that go about?
Oh, no, it was purely consensual. I called them up and was like, oh, hello, alligators ate my daughter, and they came over right away, and... of course, because I'm the senator and extremely corrupt, I bribed the chief of police and all of that.
Well, how could you not? I do too. Who doesn't bribe the chief of police at this point?
Oh, I know. He's such a nice guy. He gives you, free parking tickets, and you're like, oh, here's $50, and
I ask him for parking tickets.
Oh yeah.
I go around and I speed through a red light and somebody pulls me over. I'm like, ticket, please. I'm at the carnival or something. They love it. They love it because their quota goes up, and my sort of just feeling about the police force goes up, and I don't know. I love getting tickets.
Yeah.
It pays my taxes. It's sort of like a vis-a-vis tipping system for any cops that I sort of feel like giving a good tip every so often. But yeah, I mean, wow. The alligators really came out of left field for me there. I knew he was the famous wrestler, and he sort of did that part-time in Florida, and he sort of was touring around. The Jamaica thing, actually, he was with his sort of tour de force sort of alligator vis-a-vis thing.
Oh, yes, absolutely. And, they were there wrestling alligators. I don't know. I'm not, that deep into it. That's not my scene, really. I'm more of a fancy lad,
Yeah, no, but perfect, the perfect frame. He had posters all over town.
Oh, yeah.
Telling people to go see his alligator shows.
Yeah.
The perfect frame.
It literally
Incredible.
says on the poster, come see my alligators. They'll bite your head off. I think he meant, they'll knock your block off, but...
Oh, for sure. Yeah. It was like a gotcha sort of thing, Ha-ha.
Yeah.
They're incredible. And they are very, again, elegant creatures, but not for my taste, or my daughters, or you, or... Again, you didn't do... Did you release them yourself, or was it sort of you hired a guy?
Oh, no, it was me. It was definitely me.
It was all you?
Yes.
Wow. Okay. Wow, you really got your hands dirty on that. But the good thing is that the crocodiles had the birds on them to eat your fingerprints off, so...
Oh, yeah. No, they ate my fingertips, and, there's nothing... you could see bones.
Oh, yes. Yeah. I was surprised at you holding that glass earlier and just sort of not being in inexplicable pain.
Well, I mean, it's been 2 days, so, it's pretty much healed completely.
That's true, yeah.
I
mean, down to the bone. If it's down to the bone, it's down to the bone.
Oh, yeah.
There's nothing going on.
On the plus side, though, calling for toasts, so much easier to,
Oh, my God, yeah. I mean, you called me over with one of those things, and I immediately knew. I was like, oh, well, no one else has bone on China here. This is, easy.
Oh, yeah. And, here at, the yacht club, that's just how we get people's attention. It's just ding, ding, and gets them read over.
It's the only way we rich people know how to communicate. It's through toasts.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
Anthony Crumblebottom, did you want to hear also about this murder that I did? Ding ding ding, come over here and.
Oh, you're gonna tell him? Okay, well, I.
No. I'm gonna tell the two of you. I think he'll just stand there silently and listen to it.
I already heard the story. I think I will go. Now, just do normal Ralph Macchio things.
Oh, okay. Yeah. No,
I gotta go put my daughters to sleep with the ham.
Yeah. Oh, you're right. You're right. It is almost 9:30, and like
it's getting to 9:30. You know how my daughters get when they don't have their sleeping ham.
They have to have it.
They have to.
All right, Governor Ralph Macchio. Goodbye. I love you.
Goodbye. I love you too. I hope to see you again, Sir Bancroft Henry. Whatever your full name is, so long. Just call you Bancroft. Call you Banky. Call you Banksy even, maybe. Just a little.
Well, do you know about my spray painting business?
No.
Okay, I'll tell you about that someday.
Don't even. And I walk to my car and I get on the phone with the police. Hello, Chief. You know that wire you had me shove up my ass?
Yeah.
I think it did its work. We got a full confession here. The dude totally brought in the 4 alligators, called your crooked cops. I know I'm calling you, but like,
and like
you told me to do the wire thing. It's sort of just like
I heard the whole thing over the wire, like as you were talking.
because you're in the van. Here,
Yeah.
let me just come into the. I'll come into the van.
Oh hey.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm in here with Paul Madvig.
Sorry. Yeah. So he bribes you a lot. Like, you know this. You're taking the money, but you still have a heart of gold. I gotta say, you're.
Yeah. Paul definitely didn't deserve this. Like, you heard the whole thing about like his family getting murdered by Banksy. Like
That was new to me.
Yeah.
That was new to me. I didn't know that.
Yeah. That was terrible.
That was like 20 years ago too. He's been doing this for a really long time.
Yeah. Statute of limitations. Like, we can bust him on that. We got this guy.
Well, that's what's wild is he was saying like he was tripping kids while Paul was in school. Sorry, Paul. Again, he's done so many bad things to you. But like he's 20 years old. He's 20 years older than you. So he was like at a parent-teacher thing doing this, like messing with you and just your whole childhood. It's messed up.
Yeah. Like Paul, we kind of asked him, but like he didn't really like specify why this whole thing started.
Yeah. Paul, was there like a reason that maybe were you 8 and did something to this gentleman here? Not that I'm a cop, I'm not questioning you or anything, but like could you think back to maybe like what the hell happened back then?
Yeah, so one day during class we had like a show and tell day. It was Parents' Day. Banksy was invited by his daughter, who of course is now dead.
Yep.
So he came to talk to the class, and like as he got done, he was about to sit down, and I put a whoopee cushion underneath him. I thought it was super funny. The whole class laughed.
I tell farts are funny.
Yeah.
Especially whoopee cushion farts, because they don't sound like real farts.
Oh no. But yeah, so it like totally just like let off, and then like
oh my god,
he like stood up and said something. It was like, "Oh you, sorry, I'm like really bad at his voice. I'm trying my best.
You're doing great. You're doing great.
Oh dear, you child, how dare you make a fool of me, Banksy? I will spend my whole life destroying you." Yeah, so sorry.
And he said, like, rich people do not fart. It's impossible.
Yeah, he even told us about this, like, cork that he has, and I'm not going to get gross with it, but you can obviously put...
I understand. I had to take mine out to put the wire in. So...
It's, it's incredibly prestigious
daily
of
life
you.
Around the rich people, yes. So he did say all of that, and you're sort of like wondering why he's done this, or you just now you know?
Yeah, no,
right?
I mean, like if you want, we can do like a flashback to it. But
I feel like, you're like your impression of him really got the point across though. Like I get it.
Sorry, I've been like working on that for years. Like
It was really incredible. I thought he was in the van for a second. I was a little scared because I totally ratted on him, and we're not driving away. We're just like in the parking lot of the yacht club. So
Yeah.
sketchy, marked van, but whatever. It's the cops. I mean, I trust you, Chief. You've got a good handle on this situation.
Oh, thanks. Like, that means a lot. I love you.
Oh, I love you too, man. You're doing a great job. Paul, I'm not gonna do anything. I'm just the governor or senator or whatever. But we'll get the police force on this and take care of this just frankly destructive and evil. He's ruined your life at this point. He killed his own daughter to mess with you for a whoopee cushion prank. And to be fair, like that's unwarranted to me.
You would think, like, I mean, this guy is obviously off the hooks.
Just unhinged.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's messed up.
Yeah, well, Chief, you're gonna go like kill him, or just sort of like I don't know, take care of him, cuff him, do something.
Oh dear, what's happening here? Oh, Governor Ralph Macchio.
Oh,
What are you doing with the police chief and my mortal enemy?
Let me pull up my pants. Sorry.
You don't
It's
have
not
your
what-
rich person's cork in?
It's not what it looks like.
There's only one reason a rich person would not have his cork.
It's not what you think. Please, Banksy, please don't.
I will use this spray paint to spray paint your eyes.
Oh!
Oh, well, that's all I need to see. Bang, bang, bang. He's dead. Okay, we got him. We got him, boys.
Wow, what a good case. I've been blinded by Banksy, and that's the end of this tale. Paul, you were so helpful to this investigation. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Like, I appreciate it.
They got him.
They got him.
They got him after all of that hard police work. Totally worth
Poor
it.
Governor Ralph Macchio, though. Totally such a shame.
Oh, he's blinded forever. That's not
Yeah.
coming out. That's some acidic stuff. That's he uses like the high grade stuff for that sort of special art. That's what you don't know about Banksy art is it's like corrosive. So when you clean it off, it's like burned into any, I don't know.
It's still
Does
there.
he still do that? I thought he moved on to like NFTs or whatever. I don't know. Fuck. Whatever.
FDICs.
Yeah, what the fuck ever. This has been an episode of Look Mono Script.
You're welcome.
You're so very welcome for this. You got to hear the tales of. We didn't even mention the glass key or anything, but to be fair, I don't think they're actually. I think it's a MacGuffin. I don't think there is a glass key.
Yeah, I think it's a metaphor.
Maybe it's a metaphor, actually. A very brittle way of opening things.
Oh, man, that's deep. That's good.
Who knows? But we're done, and so we're going to leave you here with just your thoughts. And that's the episode. Thanks for tuning in to this week's Pulp Adventure. We hope you tune in next week. Bye.
Find us on social medias and stuff.
No, don't do it. It's a trap.
No, do it, please.
No, don't do it. Okay, bye.